So let's start to do the format. So last video we finished this form. So in this video we're gonna finish the format. So it's what if you look at the book, it will be the content after page EX1-32. Okay, you're gonna apply the format. So let's do the first step. Okay, we click A1. A1 always the title style. So click A1. Then we're gonna click the cell style on here. So A1 always be the title style. So you click title. So it's look like this. Next part is we are going to click A2, which is a subtitle. But for the A2, we're gonna have to change the font and the size by ourselves. Just click the font. So instead of the default, by default is Calibri, we are going to change to Arial Narrow. And then we're going to change the font, make it bold, Arial Narrow bold. Okay, so I'm gonna do the make it bold. And also we're gonna go back to the first one, A1. We want to bold the A1 content also. So we bold A1 and also we bold A2. So A2 stay as A2 stay as Arial Narrow. The font size is 11 and you bold it. Now let's go to the next page. On the page 36. Now you're gonna go to the stay on the A2, so we're gonna increase the size to 16. So the size of A2 will change from 11 to 16. Okay, size will be 16. So it look like this. Now, so right now the A2 the subtitle, the font is black color. You don't want black color. You want like a something else. So what we should do is we're gonna change the font color for A1 and A2. Both of the A1 and A2 need to change color. So let's do one by one. Now click A1. When you click A1, you go to the font color, which is this one. This is font color. You're gonna choose green accent 6, which is column 10, row 1. So which is this one? Green accent 6. So if you move around, you're gonna see each color has its name. So this name is green accent 6. And then you're gonna do the same thing for A2. So click A2 and click the font color. It will be the same color, green accent 2. So now both the A1, A2 has the same color. Now we go to merge and center, because the next two step is to merge and center. As you can see, if I click A1, A1 content is on the A1, but it has a long line. So what we should do is we're gonna combine A1, B1, C1, D1 until N1 together. So we highlight, as you can see, if I do the merge and center, I make my cursor stay on the white cross. I just highlight this. So every time if you want to format your Excel, you make the cursor stay this white cross and you click this button. It's called merge and center. Now when you click this button, you combine A1, A2, A3. So A1, B1, C1, D1 until N1, all of them together. That's called merge. Combine all of them together and center the content. That is merge and center. And you're going to do the exact same thing for the A2. So you can see here, you select A1, sorry, A2, then until N2, then you click merge and center. It will be like this. Okay. Now, if you want, if you click the down button, you can see you can unmerge. So in the future, if you accidentally just merge from A1 to M instead of N, or you accidentally merge from A to H, so you can always unmerge and then remerge again. Okay, because you know sometimes you probably will make some mistakes. But if you make mistakes about merging, so you can just unmerge and merge again. So now we have A1, A2 both merged in the center. So far your A1, A2 format is all right. So let's move on to the heading style. So which is line 3. So we click A1, A3 until N3. So you can see if I want to apply the format, as I make my cursor stay on this big white cross, select from A3 to N3, then we're going to apply the cell styles. So this is a cell styles, and then you're gonna choose heading 1 style, which is this one. So heading 1 style is gonna choose. Okay. Now, as you can see, now we choose a heading 1 style, and we can do the merge and center. I mean, we can display all the content in the center, not merge center, just center, align center, text align, make everything appear in the box center. So we can just click this one, alignment, center alignment. So this is, and also if you want later on when we apply the heading style on the line 8, then we can make out each column enough width. So anyway, so we have this. We're going to do exact same style for the line 8. So highlight line 8 from A8 to N8. Then you choose cell style heading 1. Then you center alignment it. So you will have something like this. Okay. The next part is you're gonna format the total line to the total style. Now to do that, as you can see, our line 6 and the line 17 is contains total element, right? So we're gonna apply the total style on the line 6. So highlight line 6. If you want to apply the format, you have to make your cursor stay on the big white cross. Okay, because in the previous video you saw if you use your cursor become a little white cross, little black cross, it's autofill. This is not autofill, it's just apply format. So go to click the cell style and make it total. You do the same thing for the line 17 and then click cell style, which is total. So you have that. The next part is we're going to choose the line 19. Okay, the line 19, we select line 19, and we are going to make an accent 6 cell style. So go to the cell style. As you can see, they do have one called accent 6. This is the darker one, dark green. Okay, so this is line 19. So we finish line 19. The next part is we're gonna apply different colors to each row. Okay, to each row, different color. So as you can see, right now I'm on page 40. The step 4, page 40. Now some people probably don't understand what is this page 40 means. So basically it tells you, okay, format range A4 column N4, which is a line 4. Okay, so you're gonna choose line 4. Okay, we don't have. Choose line 4 and click cell style. On the line 4 will be 20% accent 6. So this is 20% accent 6. Okay, now that A9. So this one, line 9 will be also click cell style, which is 20% accent 6. A11 also will be 20% accent 6. Now that we do the line 13 also will be 20% accent 6. Line 15, gas, will also be 20% accent 6. So you have those 20% accent 6 cell style. Now we're gonna do A5, line 5, line 10, line 12, line 14, line 16 to the 40%. So let's do that. So A5 to N5. To the cell style, we choose 40%. Then line 10, also 40%. Line 12, also 40%. Line 14, also 40%. Line 16, also 40%. So this is the one. Now, after we've done that, we're gonna apply the number style format. So which means in the middle of the table, you want to add like so 3 digits as a group to add the comma in the 1000 place. So if you have an Excel table, now you're gonna have dollar signs on the first line, the last line. So in the middle, it will always be the comma separated the decimal, separate the thousands. So as you can see here, in this project, we have 2 small tables. The first one, we have even though we have only 3 lines, the commission and total and the interest. So even for this small table, so first line and the last line should be dollar. So which means commission should have dollar sign and the interest should have comma to separate. Okay, that is no matter how many tables you have in your whole project, there's only 2 lines for each small table contains dollar sign. The first line, which is you can select from B4 to N4, then you click the dollar sign right here. You can directly click dollar sign right here. So it looks like this. Okay, and you do the same thing to total. Okay, so your total should be dollar sign. So the total should be dollar sign. But what's in the middle? The middle one should be, which is line 5, should be separated with comma style. Okay, so now you cannot see any difference because the interest is only 100, doesn't have a thousands, so you couldn't see the difference. But you're gonna do the exact same thing for the next table. Okay, the first line and the last line will be dollar sign. Everything else will be comma. So which means if I select line 9, okay, I give a dollar sign, okay, then line 17 be dollar sign. Now for the line 19 is like, what's wrong with this? Click one more time. So line 17 should be dollar sign. And also the one by itself, this one, it is also a dollar sign. Okay. Then everything in the middle. So I select from B10, highlight until the end, which is N16, from B10 to N16. So all the content in the body should be comma style. So it looks like this. So again, if you have a table, Excel table, now you need to have dollar signs in the first line and the last line. Everything in the middle will be comma style. Okay, so here you have 2 small tables. Each small table, the first line and the last line be dollar sign, and in the middle it should be comma. Okay. Now after we finish this, now we have to adjust the width because as you can see, some of the column definitely is not wide enough. Like September, the S is disappeared. November, and the first N and R is not really showing up, right? And for expense, right, it doesn't really show up. So in order to display all the letters, so what you can do is you have to adjust the column width. How do we adjust column width? Now we can show you one of the best way, just to move your cursor. If I want to adjust column A, I move my cursor between A and B, as you can see. Now my cursor becomes this double direction arrow, right? So all you have to do is double click. Double click, it will adjust like the the optimized, very good, the best width. Okay, so you don't have to waste space. You can double click to move your cursor to B and C, double click again, then C and D, double click, D and E, double click, C and E and F, double click, F and G, double click, G and H, double click, H and I, double click. So just like you automatically adjust like a best width. Okay, K and J, K, L and M, M and N, and N and O. By doing so, just like automatically adjust. Okay, so you can automatically adjust to its best fit. All you can do is you can see here. So right now it's a width 12.33. So you can drag it. So you can see I can drag it to make it like maybe 15 if I want. Okay, but for this question, you don't have to make the width to 15, but here it is. So in the test, I might test you to make like A and B and C to be width. So with 15.00 by drag it. Okay, so this is one thing we can do. Adjust the column width to make it display. Now in the future, now a common thing you will see is maybe after I apply $sign, the numbers will have, instead of $sign is numbers, you see the hashtag. You see a bunch of hashtag. Now if you see a bunch of hashtag, it means you don't have enough space. Okay, so all you have to do is after you provide enough space, you will see everything. So for example, if I make the B column very small, so as you can see, if I make a B column very small, you see this hashtag. Now this hashtag only means it needed more space. Okay, it does not mean it's wrong. Okay, so if you see something like this, you just move your cursor between A, B, and C, double click, it back to normal. Okay, so the hashtag only means you need enough space. Okay, so that's it. Now, so the next page on page 44 tells you you can use the named box to select a cell. For example, if I want to select cell, generally speaking, I use a cursor to click, right? If I click this one, it's a G10. Now, if I click this one, it's E8. Same thing. Now, if you want, you can type A3, you will go to income. Okay? Whatever you type, because each cell has name. The name combined with which column and which row, right? Column A, row 8, or column E and row 8, which is this one, right? So that's the idea. Now you can refer each cell by its name. So right here. The next part is to add the pie chart. Okay, to add a pie chart. Okay, so which is a graphic. Okay. Now, we are on the page 47. Now, select range A9 to A16. Now, what is A9? A9 to A16. So this part. So use your mouse, highlight A9 to A16. Then hold your control key, then select N9 to N16. Okay, so this is we selected. Then release your control key. Then go to the ribbon, go to click insert. Then you should find right here. Now insert. We're gonna choose a 2D pie. 2D pie. Okay. Now remember, now you're gonna hold your control key. Only if you hold the control key, then you can see the rand utility advertising and the website. If you did not really hold your control key, then the common mistake is you cannot see the rand printing utility everything. So let me do that in the wrong way so you can see what happened. Now if I select this one, and if I did not hold control key, or if I just do make any mistake, I hold the total. I think it's probably like I did hold Control key like this. I don't know. Sometimes people get mistakes. So click this, then hold Control key, select this, and for some reason, and if you click insert and have this 2D pie, it will not show you the rent. Now, if your result does not have rent, that means probably you did not really hold the Control key enough. So once you select from A9 to N16, you have to hold Control key. Then select N9 to N16. Then you go to insert, go to the 2D pie, then you have the chart. So the chart is like this on my screen. Now, after we have the chart, as you see here, we have a chart title. We click the chart title, and we're gonna type right here, monthly expenses, monthly expenses. Okay, just click anywhere to deactivate this one, and you can even drag it down. I have extra space. I just delete the extra space. So it's look like this, monthly expenses. Okay. Now, after we have monthly expenses, we can select the chart style. And you can see when I'm doing charts, I have the chart design right here. So I click this file button. So those are all the style you choose. It tells you to choose the style 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is style 6. Okay, so this is the style we choose. Now here's the thing. How can we move this chart into a different sheet? Because you don't want the chart stay like that. So if you look on the top of the tab, the last one is called Move Chart. So you just click this Move Chart on the top tab. You see here, Move Chart. You click the Move Chart, now it will pop you this window. Okay, and you just go to choose New Sheet and provide a name. Name will be Monthly Expense Chart. Monthly expense chart. Then we click OK, monthly expense chart. So if I click OK, then this chart will move to a brand new sheet and occupy the whole screen. So once I type monthly expense chart and I click OK, you see what happened? It occupies the whole screen. That is what we want. So we have monthly expense chart. Now, as you can see, if you take a look at your sheet on the name, this is a monthly expense chart, but this one is sheet 1. Definitely not okay, right? It's just we don't want to like label 1, sheet 1, the text box 1. We don't want that. We want to change the name, so we can double click. Okay. Now when I double click, as you can see, this becomes a shadow. Means you can modify the name. So we can type monthly finance monthly finances. I'll click enter. It has monthly finances. And also you can change the label color, tab color by right click your mouse. Now if you right click your mouse, now it will pop up this menu and go to tab color, and you will see green accent 6, which is this one. Okay, so you have the green accent 6 sheet name. Now after you finish, you can click save button, make sure you save it. Okay, click save button. Now the next part tell you like document property. So the majority of content we have done already. So just introduce you. If you want print a worksheet, you can go to the file. You can print from here, but we don't want to print anything because even if you print out, I will not receive it, right? Because this is the online class. So we can, if you want to print, it's always go to the file right? And I can click the print, and I can just have, this is a print preview. Okay, so you can just print, change the, you know, my printer, I change it in both direction, print one side, you can modify this. And if I click portrait orientation and no scale and no more margin, and then we change to landscaping. It's like this. Okay, but again, no, you do not want to print. Okay, no print. So this is things. In the future, if you want to print, you know, you just go to the file and click print button. Now the next part, we can introduce you a small building function inside of the Excel. It's called, you know, as you can see in the bottom, at the bottom of your Excel, you see the average, which is 4,325. Count 16 maximum. This is maximum value. Once 18,000. Now what you can do is, you can, if you want to have some maximum value, so you can select, like I select from B19 to M19, because okay, I don't want to be total, right? So then we click the right click the status bar. Okay, so after I selected from B19 to M19, I right click my mouse. Okay, it will pop out all this customized status bar, and I click maximum. Okay, as you can see, maximum is 16,625. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so you can highlight a certain area code and right click your mouse on the bottom. See, there's empty space. So you can select those. See, right click your mouse. You see, right now, if before you right click mouse, you have the default. What is the average? Which is the average of this total, the money. I mean, the money of the net sum. And if you want to have a maximum, you can click maximum, and it shows you maximum is 16,625. Okay, so this is the one thing we can do. So you can add the status at the bottom, which you call the status bar. The next part, because you know we almost done with everything, so you can try to get help. So on the top, there is a button called help. Now if you click that, now you have the help contact support. You can click help, and it will pop up this one. You can search a help pen. Okay, and you can type functions. And if I type functions, and I type, okay, result from function, and the function, using if, what is and function, what is the function of this, so you can check. Okay, give you some ideas, because you can get help by using this. So this is help, and you can also obtain help by telling using the tell me box. Okay, tell me box, where's the tell me box? Right here. So which is right here. This is the tell me box right here. So I can type header and footer. So if I click header and footer, now it'll show me, okay, how do I use it? We go to the header footer section. So here, this is a small search bar, which allow you to control your things better. Now, we have the header section. It's automatically do this. And later on the chapter 2, we're going to add the header, like CST 101. And put your name right here. Okay. Then after you finish, click the, finish, just click anywhere. So you have the header style right here. Okay. So this is one thing. You click the view button. Okay. And also you can just double check to see the headers and everything. Now, if you want, once you finish, I think I finish. I click this on the bottom besides the zoom, you see here, I have a normal, I have page layout, and I have page break review. I click normal, it's back to normal. Okay, so it doesn't, it's not afraid. You don't have to be afraid of anything. And so that is project 1. So you can do project 2, 3, which is the practice questions on the chapter 1. So next video, I'm going to start to do the project 4, which is chapter 2. Also, now how do I, again, I think I told you in the previous video, how do you know how we type data into our cells? You can either directly type your data or use the formulas. As we know, we always want formulas. So we can use 2 combination keys, the keys combination, control key and the theta key combined together. So it tells you how you type data. The key on the top of tab key. If you look at the key on the top of the tab key with a small curve and dot, we call it a theta key. Theta key and the control key, you press together. So to show you how you type, this is by formula. Press one more time, back to normal. Okay, that is one thing we have to pay attention. So that is project 1. So you can use the chapter 1 content to do the practice question. And then my next video will be content for project 2, and which are all about formulas. You're gonna have to generate most of the content by formula. So I will see you in the next video. Okay.